Alright, so I woke up feeling like duty today, but I wanted to just go over some things for DJs, especially newbie DJs. Um, I have to give you some advice because apparently a lot of you don't know this, but every 32 beats, 32, something pretty much happens in a house music song. So you have to pay attention to your count of a song if you're not already like accustomed to it subconsciously, like a good DJ is. Um, Next time you listen to a song, usually it's from the beginning, unless you get your YouTube rips that are 64 fucking bit rate or sound like shit. And that makes a big difference. Just because you download a song and you have a fucking converter that says it's 320 does not mean it's 320. I could take a recording at a club on my cell phone and put it into an audio program and convert it to 320, but it's still going to sound like shit. So don't always believe the hype. If you see your waveforms in whatever program you're using look like shit, or they're really narrow, or like red all the way through, or like muffled or muddy sounding, then obviously it's not 320. Um, Colors should all be bright and whatever else. That's Serato. I don't know about Tractor, or if you're real cool and you use USB sticks, which you shouldn't be if you're downloading off of YouTube, but whatever. Um, yeah, so every 32 beats, something's going to happen. Either a hi-hat's going to come in, a snare, or the beat's going to drop, or whatever's going to happen. 32 beats, remember that, 32 beats. Because I hear people mixing out of nowhere. Headphones are not to listen to the other song and wait for the drop to come in and just throw it on. It's to try to mix properly and hear what's going on. And you're supposed to cut out frequencies and do a ton of stuff if you actually want to DJ right. You don't have to cut the bass completely out. A lot of people drop the bass of one song when the kick comes in. You don't necessarily have to kick it all the way out, because sometimes it drops it too much and the other kick doesn't hit right with the other one. Sometimes they phase out each other, so you have to kind of know what you're working with. Otherwise, you won't even hear a kick. Sometimes the people are like, oh, well, I didn't even, both were playing, but there was no real like sub going on. It's like because they're phasing each other out. But so that's it as far as that. My other fucking quarrel that I have is with some promotional shit. I'm not gonna be specific right now because I have some reasons not to be, but promoters, man, again, stop asking DJs like how many people do you expect to bring. Like, stop making them do your job. Like I said, they're gonna promote, they're gonna do their best to bring people down. Like, why would they want a DJ for 0 people? But in the end, it's your job as a promoter to bring the people down. A good or dedicated DJ spends a lot of time downloading music and finding quality music and researching and finding new mixes and making mixtapes and all this shit for you guys to hire them. They always want, a demo and all this new stuff, or you don't like their demo, so they make you another demo. They're spending lots of time doing stuff. Just making one demo takes an hour, okay? And yet you guys barely promote for 1 hour. So you got to do your job. You got to hustle. You got to do email blasts. You got to do text blasts. You got to meet people. You got to link up with people. You got to go to other clubs and network rooms. And that's your job as a promoter. You want to have a successful party and pay a DJ a couple $100 while you're making a couple thousand at the door, then do your job. Don't expect the DJ to do it. Show up to your parties. That's kind of helpful when the promoter is actually at the party and speaks to the DJ. They always ignore the DJ, and that's like one of the prime aspects of the party. I understand you got to get bouncers and you got to get bartenders and there's a lot of staff and things involved, but the DJ is the only person that's on all night long. So, well, depends on the venue. Some people have 38 DJs, but the DJ is there all night, 6 hours sometimes, 10 to 4 a.m., and it's like they're sitting there doing work for 6 hours straight, unless they're lame and put on a mix or something. But regardless, while you're walking around popping bottles or bitching or not responding to texts or not saying hello to the DJ or leaving early, it's fucking horrible. It's a terrible look, and people don't want to work for you like that. And that's why your parties fail after a couple months, because the shit fucking snowballs and everybody hates you. So you have to find a new staff, and it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. So take care of your people that are working for you. Like, you can't spend like an hour on the phone with the person a week, a DJ that works at your venue or is going to work at your venue. Like, put a little time into it. Make him feel like he's wanted, not ignore him. It's crazy. And then the music, shit, forget about that. Telling someone to change the music because you're trying to impress one girl or whatever. Like, the DJ's trying to play for the whole crowd if they're good. So stop complaining, let them do their job, and that's it. If they suck, yeah, bitch them out. But someone like me, I don't suck. Every time I do a venue, the owners love me, the people love me. The only problem I ever have is with like a promoter. Yeah, bro, going too hard, whatever the case may be. If I see 400 out of 500 people dancing, I'm gonna play that, and then I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, see how it works with something else. And if it kind of is lame, or it's not, if they're not feeling it, I'm gonna go back to what was working, and that's the bottom line. I play for the crowd. I want them to have a good time. I want them to be happy. And if you're not happy because two people left and are like, oh, I want to hear more house music, or I want to hear more reggae, that's not a cause for concern. That is not a reason to change the music when like a third of a percent of people that are in the venue are complaining, because that's how it's always going to be. People, you can't accommodate every person in the room. That's just not how it works. So whatever, just hit me up, bookings@djsilert.com, if you want a good DJ that'll play proper music for the crowd. I know plenty of other amazing DJs that do the same thing, and that's all I can really say right now. But I'll go into more detail when the time's right about that. And I got some more DJ tips because I'm tired of going out and hearing garbage. So coming up, I'll make another video and show you people what's good.